Remember that place?
I think they still have it. I think it's around.
I used to love it back in like middle school. And I got these back in LA, but I went to Claire's and I was like, yes, I need to have those.
Yeah, friends always come back, back and forth too. So it's like if you got it years ago, they're
yes. Anything feathers, I'm like, I have to have that. And I'm so excited to have our guest here. This is a part of our very popular Ask the Expert series that has been highly requested from you guys. If you guys remember, I did a video called How to Get White Blonde Hair, and that is one of my most popular videos. I'm going to teach you guys something that goes really well with that video, kind of branches off of that. So be sure to check out that video if you have not already. Again, I'll have it posted above here. It's How to Get White Blonde Hair. You guys will love that video. So I'm here with Brittany, and Brittany, how do you pronounce your last name?
Cabral.
Okay, I did not want to say it wrong, so Cabral?
Thank you, yes.
Okay, so she is our expert. I'm going to have her share a brief little bit about her background here and why she's an expert, and we're going to talk about something that she opened up my eyes to. It's really this hair beauty hack that is going to get rid of any brassiness in your hair, any yellow tones. If you guys have stubborn yellow, kind of an orangey tone, and you don't know what you're doing wrong and you're trying to do the white blonde hair look, or if you have brown hair, red hair, and you want more of the trendy, cooler tones, we're going to teach you this really cool non-toxic beauty treatment. Doesn't it take like 45 minutes?
Yes, it's a 45-minute treatment.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
so under an hour, you guys, and it's pretty affordable from what we talked about. So let me just briefly introduce myself. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Heather. I'm the founder of True Beauty Movement. It's all about redefining beauty and empowering women in and out, and that is through non-toxic beauty. That's through yoga, wellness. Think of this as like a one-stop shop for all things inner and outer beauty, okay? So it's kind of like I always think of it as like a magazine-inspired blog because I love to write magazine articles. I used to work for magazines years ago. My degree's in journalism, and now I do videos, and I get to work from home and write my blog posts for you guys all. So make sure you guys subscribe, like this video, all that fun stuff. Check out my other videos. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. We have a huge movement going on there, so it's just at True Beauty Movement, and I'll have all the deets below this video so you guys can link, follow my blog, subscribe to YouTube, Instagram. You guys know the drill. Okay, so Britt, tell us just a little bit about what makes you an expert in this field. Just briefly, like what, where did you go to school, all that fun stuff.
Okay. So I went to Paul Mitchell's school, Tampa, right here.
Cool.
And I've been licensed for about 3 years, and then I've been working here at Salon Emiliani, and we do Malibu C treatments here.
Awesome. And you guys, just so you know a little bit about us, so we were chatting, and I was telling her, we were actually just talking, we were out and about, and I was like, I have this stubborn yellow, blonde in my hair, and I love the white blonde hair that you guys all love and have, given me compliments on, but it's really hard to get. And I'm grateful for my hair that it's thick, but sometimes it can be frustrating.
Yeah.
And I've always, wondered, because I don't want to go too far and then have it all of a sudden burn off because you over-process it. And that's when she opened my eyes up to this amazing treatment and said, I have a feeling, there's this hair beauty hack I'll teach you, and it basically has to do with, it's the hard water, right?
Yeah.
Hard water buildup.
It's one of the big things that stop you from being able to get that white blonde look, because you said you haven't had your hair previously colored, like to make it darker, so that would be one of the big things to break through that color. So a lot of us, especially here in Florida, struggle with hard water, so that would be a huge inhibitor to get your hair blonde, to get it as lightest.
Okay, so it's kind of almost acting like a barrier.
Yes,
so you guys, I have like a Q&A here. Make sure, like I said, that you're following my blog, because if you are like me where you love reading like magazine articles, you want to see it, you want to see before and after pictures, you really want to see the Q&A, all of that will be on my blog, and I always have exclusive tips, exclusive links, exclusive before and after pictures on my blog, so make sure you guys check it out, because I hold my blog very dear to my heart. It's kind of like my diary, and I feel like the videos videos kind of branch off of that, okay? So check it out. I'm gonna walk through right now the Q&A that's on my blog so you guys can follow along. Pull up another screen there. Okay, so I'm just gonna go into the basics, and I wanted to go over kind of a frequently asked questions that came to me when I was asking Britt about this treatment that I can share with you guys so you guys get the basic questions answered from an expert, and then we're going to walk through the process, take some pictures through the process, and of course we'll take some after pictures so you guys can really see. It's raining outside right now, so we'll try to get some after footage. We'll see how it goes, okay? So the first question is, who qualifies for this treatment? And you wrote everyone.
Yeah,
but,
everybody. Yeah, it's non-damaging. There's no chemicals in it.
Okay.
It's safe for kids. It's safe for everyone, and it only does good for everybody.
Okay, awesome. So, nobody needs to hold back from this. Don't be worried about it.
Yeah.
Anyone can do this in any color of hair,
Yep.
right? Okay, awesome.
All hair colors.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so who does not qualify or should avoid this treatment? So,
there's no one.
No
It's
one?
good for
Okay.
everyone. Yep.
okay, yeah, and she had told me before, you guys, no one, it's safe and gentle for everyone in all hair types, which is great. All right, so what is the treatment called? So I feel like a lot of the times people will just like randomly say name and it's not the exact name of it.
Right.
So I just want to make sure people can write it down. Again, guys, check out the images on my blog and on Instagram because you can write down and tell your stylist about it. But what is the treatment called, like the brand name, the exact name of the product?
It's Malibu Sea Crystal Gel.
Okay, so Malibu Sea Crystal Gel. Very nice. Alrighty, and then does it use non-toxic ingredients? So my followers know I try to do as much non-toxic beauty, natural wellness as I can. You guys, no one's perfect. Like my eyeliner right now is not completely 100% natural, but my foundation and all my skincare stuff is. So we all try to do our best. Obviously, you know, really 100% natural, non-toxic. That's challenging to do, but we're all moving in that direction in this world, and we need more of it, right? Because toxic ingredients, that's not going to be so good for us. And there's been a lot of different studies, you guys can Google this, about toxic ingredients in cosmetics, in our beauty routines that have been linked to really serious health issues like cancer, etc. I'm not a doctor, I'm not claiming that, but do your research. There's a reason I'm very passionate about, you know, natural plant-based ingredients.
And this
so
is plant-based.
it is
vegan.
for sure? Okay.
Yes, 100% vegan.
Because guys, I
It's
text
cruelty-free.
Britt. I was like, are you sure? Like, yeah.
Yes, and all the info is you can find it at Malibu Sea on their website.
Awesome. And then I love that it's, you said cruelty-free.
Cruelty-free.
So cruelty-free, she was saying 100% vegan. So, and then you said formulated without gluten, parabens, or sulfates. So that's awesome, you guys. No parabens, no sulfates. If you guys saw my Instagram live video, I interviewed an expert in San Francisco live with you guys. And she's actually one of my dear friends. She has her master's on the subject. And we talked about what it means to be really green beauty and the top 10 toxic list that you do not want in your beauty products. So check out that post, but it sounds like this is right in alignment with that.
Yeah.
No parabens, all of that. So 100% vegan, I just want to pause on that. What does that mean? I have no idea what that even means. Is that just kind of like mean it's like basically veggie?
Yeah, they don't test on animals and things like that.
Okay, yeah. We'll have to research that more later. We'll add it to the blog post. See, those exclusive tips. Let's see. So what does it do exactly? So benefits, results. So can you just kind of explain?
Yeah, so it takes away, it removes that, like basically hard water can form a rock layer around the hair.
Okay.
So it removes that rock layer, so that way your hair is and your scalp are
kind of almost like, I would almost say exposed, but it's like if you imagine a barrier, it's making
it
it so
detoxes
that,
it.
yeah,
Basically, is,
okay,
is what it does. It detoxes
and
it.
the color gets to it faster.
And
so
your color, so if you're not blonde too, your color will doesn't have to process as long. It will stay longer and look more vibrant because of this layer that's on your hair. It kind of prohibits that.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah, it is really awesome.
That's actually, and it makes sense because if you have a barrier, so you guys think of like the strand of your hair, because I was brainstorming this as I was driving over to meet Brittany, and I'm like, if there's a barrier that's hard water and you put bleach on to try to get white blonde hair, it's hitting that barrier, so it's just going to go so light and then kind of turn yellow because your stylist doesn't want to over process your hair.
Well, it really more has to break through that barrier in order to lift your hair.
In
so
order to
if you're
lift.
saying, you know, you don't have color in your hair and it just won't lift, then that's the only thing that really makes sense. This is why it would do that
makes
because
sense.
it has this
Because the barrier's gone, it's going to hit the hair follicle, and then all of a sudden it's going to lift, right?
Yeah.
Lift, you guys.
Yeah,
lift
get
means lightened in hair talk, right? And then it'll lighten, and then you'll get more of that white blonde look without the damage. So that makes a lot of sense. That's awesome. What is the prep for the treatment? What does that look like?
So we're just going to go ahead and do a clarifying shampoo, and then we're going to, comes in a packet, so everyone will see that in your pictures. So it comes in a packet, and we mix it with warm water, and it forms a gel.
Okay.
And then we put that gel in your hair, and we put you in a cap and put you under heat for 45 minutes.
Cool.
And
So
then we
that's really
clarify.
easy.
Yeah, it's very simple.
So-
it just takes a little bit of time. You know, it's an extra 45 minutes of your.
So like 3 steps,
day,
you guys,
but
like
really,
4 steps,
Yeah.
just and then 45 minutes. So that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what are the cautions? You said there are no cautions, so we'll just kind of speed past that. Love that, no cautions, guys. Okay, so let's see here. What is the cost?
It varies. I charge $40 for it. But it varies from salon to salon.
Okay, awesome. And when we chatted before, it sounds like when you charge $40, you do that for the treatment and for the style as well.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Like sometimes you just pay $40, I feel like, for the style.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
blowout and
Yeah,
all
so you
that.
get it all, yeah.
You know, very cool. Especially with like dry bars these days. You could
Yes.
get one of these treatments by your stylist instead. Okay, and then you said and $25. Oh, and then you just charge $25 when it's added to a color
Yeah,
service.
I do. I'm not sure
Cool.
about what other people charge for that,
That's
but yeah,
good to know.
I kind of add that on to it because
Yeah, because you're already doing the style,
doing it,
you know,
yeah.
that's good to know. Okay, so when should people do this treatment? So
you really should do it like maybe every 3 to 4 months or so.
Okay.
Just kind of, you can feel like once you have it done, your hair will feel softer and it just
Okay.
feels better. So you can kind of tell once you need it again. But yeah.
And guys, I just have to say this, I have not had the treatment yet. This
Yeah.
is like my hair, like air dried, looking like all nasty, okay? So we're gonna be doing the treatment. We want to do the Q&A before, so do not judge on this
Yeah,
hair.
a lot of times people say, "Oh, my hair's just dry," or "I need a cut," and I'm like, "I think you just have buildup, and that's
Yeah.
what it is." And then you don't necessarily need to cut it all
Yeah,
off.
because I've been
and it's
noticing
good.
some dryness here.
Yeah,
and
you'll
you
notice
know,
a big difference.
Very nice.
afterwards.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I'm excited to get it done. Okay, so how soon will people see results? So you said immediately.
Yeah, you can see the results immediately. Your hair is really light. Like I would call it white blonde. It's really light.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there'll still be a color difference, but you'll really notice a difference in how it feels, and then when you go to get it highlighted again,
Awesome.
you'll see, I'm sure, more
And
lift
probably up
than-
here where I tend
Yeah.
to get more yellow, I try to
Yeah.
do certain purple shampoos up here and stuff, but I'm sure that's where I'll see it. Because down here,
Right.
what's funny is I actually love the color down here.
Yeah.
It's up here where we're doing some of
Right.
the newer blonde. I feel like she's doing the right color. It's
Yeah.
just not taking as
Which
much.
it
and I
shouldn't
think-
be, because you have
Yeah.
natural hair there, or
Yeah.
you don't have color over that,
Yeah.
so there's no reason for it to not lift very
Yes,
well. So
exactly. So
I'm
it's
sure
probably
you'll see
that. It's that
a
hard water
difference,
buildup,
yeah.
guys. We need to get some soft water in our house. It's actually on our to-do list. Our house didn't had hard water when we moved in. How soon will people see results? Okay, so after doing once, how often should we're almost done with the
Yeah,
Q&A, and then we're gonna jump in. So after doing once, how often should people do with hard water? Like how often should they do this treatment to maintain results?
Yeah,
So you
I
said
think
3 or
just-
4
yeah, I think
months.
just- yeah,
yeah.
you can tell.
So basically, guys, think like
Every
once a
month.
quarter.
Right.
Yeah, I actually color my hair about every 10 to 12 weeks anyway, so it'd be
Okay.
something I would just do because my hair is long, blonde, and thick. But
Right.
I like to have a little bit of rootiness here.
Yeah.
So to me, it just seems like every time I get my color done, I should just do it.
You wouldn't need to do it every time. But yeah, every few times.
Every
I
few
think.
times.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I said, where is this treatment offered?
It depends. You have to research, and you can ask your stylist.
Okay.
I know I gave
Yeah.
you some links because we do it here, and
Yeah.
I know some other stylists that do it, but it's really just kind of varies salon to salon.
And then I was saying, can someone, because it sounds like you're saying you can do it in salons,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
can someone get this treatment and do it at home to save money or salon only?
Yeah, I'm not sure really where, and as a professional stylist, I never recommend getting product anywhere other than from a stylist.
Yes.
So I wouldn't say go on Amazon or anything like that. But yeah, it's something you do need heat for. So unless you have a dryer at home,
Like
it
a
would be very hard
professional
to,
dryer,
yeah,
guys,
it's
you know those
something
big
you
dome
need,
ones?
yeah.
Unless you have that, you really should be in a salon doing
Yeah.
this. And then it sounds like you were saying, let's see here, I know you talked about like some maintenance treatments, so we'll circle back to that in a sec. let's see here. Okay, so for Florida locals, because I know you go to different places and different salons and things like that. You know, we all have posted information on like where you offer it. Obviously, this beautiful location. And then I think is there like an app or whatever that you use? Or
yeah, I use Style-Seat.
Okay, and
So,
I had never heard of that.
Yeah,
What's it
really?
called?
Style-Seat.
Style-Seat.
Yeah.
So there's an app, you guys. Download it. Go to the App Store. If I can get you guys a discount link, I'll get it for you, and I'll put it below on my blog post and below the YouTube video. But it's called Style-Seat. She sent me a text about it. It's basically where you like can make an appointment with your stylist versus calling. It's pretty cool.
There's a price list and everything. I just opened up online booking, which is really cool. So like you can go and pick your own time. So
nice.
It's like a little a little easier for everyone.
It
Everyone
is.
likes that
It's
quick,
faster.
easy, do it yourself. Yeah.
Yes.
So there's an option.
I usually
really
book when I'm leaving my appointment, just so it's like on the books already.
Right.
But I love that because sometimes
everyone's
you're like, I don't want to
gonna-
just call and you know do all that. Technology, you guys, it's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see here. Okay, so this is a good question for people not local. So how do people, you know, find out if their salon offers it? You know, does the salon have to have the hot dryers? Like, is that required?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to have heat.
So if you go to a salon, you guys, and it's maybe a more natural, non-toxic salon, and maybe they just don't have those dome dryers. I'm not sure why they would, but some salons don't. You know, spas and salons. Then you need to make sure they have that. So of course, ask your stylist before, and they can research the topic and get a little bit more information. Okay, so let's talk about post-treatment. So any special treatment or process people need to do after, you know, getting this too. So just to maintain the results.
Yeah, really, there's really nothing you have to do for it because it does help. Getting these treatments regularly helps to prevent like future buildup, but it is something you don't have to. There's nothing you have to do.
And they have their like product line.
There's
or
some
whatever?
products, that are good. There's for blondes, there's for colors, there's for swimmers, there's all different products for each hair type.
Cool.
So it's something you could use
I love that.
weekly or so.
So guys, check out the Malibu line. I'll have more information about that for you guys. And again, I'll do discount links if I can get that. But I love that she talked about swimmers, different hair types, whether it's probably fine hair or whatever. So keep that in mind. That's pretty cool just to keep the results going. Love that. And then and all those same products, they're all cruelty free, vegan, all those things we talked about. Cool. Very nice. I'll have to research more about that.
Yeah.
So anything that people need to tell their stylist who colors their hair post-treatment to prevent burning or over-processing, that was one of my biggest fears. Because let me just explain it this way. If you have your hair follicle and then you have the let's say the barrier on top, so if you remove that and your stylist still does 45 minutes of 40 volume or 20 volume, what if it then like burns your hair? So should you just say, hey, just pay attention?
I mean, I would hope that your stylist would be paying attention and
not just go into like autopilot like I always do 45 minutes.
And pay attention to how your hair is lifting. You could, it's always good to keep complete open communication with your stylist, so you could tell her that.
Good advice.
But I would hope that she wasn't, using too high of a developer on your hair, especially since it's very
So I'd say like communication is key.
Yeah, I think it's always good.
Guys, if you introduce this to your stylist, right, and let's just say you introduce it and they're like, oh, I've never heard of it, but I'll try it, whatever, that's great. But keep in mind, if they've never done it before, that could be, they're new to it, right? So what I would suggest is just make sure you let them know, hey, this is going to process faster, so let's be really conscious of the amount of time that is on my hair so that you're not burning your hair or anything like that. I think that's really good advice, because I think sometimes it's easy if you've been going to someone for years. Like for me, they're like, oh, we always do this for 45 minutes or this for an hour and a half, and they might be in that autopilot mode. And
I would hope that they would still be checking.
Yes.
Just still be checking to see when you're, because there's no time limit on bleach. Like there's no set time. It's just done when it's done.
Yes,
so.
and my stylist who does my color, who I love, you know that I've been like, I love my hair girl. Shout out to Andy. But the thing is she and I were talking about that. She's like, your body temperature, everything affects how fast your hair processes. So she's like, it's not always the same. So guys, make sure you're talking to your stylist and make sure your stylist is really showing up in these areas. They're not just going on autopilot, because that's really the sign of, I think, a great stylist is someone who's communicating and adapting with you. So the last question then is, if someone has soft water. So let's say right now I have hard water at my house. If my husband and I change over to soft water, which is actually on our list to do, is this treatment really necessary and helpful, and why?
It obviously you won't have hard water, so it doesn't have that mineral buildup.
Let's see here. Oh, sodium ion process.
That's the process for like softening the water.
Okay.
So there still is a little bit of
sodium
buildup.
and potassium.
Thank you.
Yes, no problem.
There's still
We
a little
emailed
buildup.
before this, so we could be all professional for you guys.
I forget those.
Yeah. No, so it's still like sodium, potassium.
Yeah, so there
buildup?
still can be some buildup in your hair, and
Interesting.
you won't need it as often, but it's still something that you're going to benefit from. Like,
Cool.
So there's no downside to it.
So still, then you would say if you have soft water, still
Yeah,
every 3
yeah.
to 4 months, or
probably
do
not as often, but
maybe
you
6
could
months?
You could still benefit from it.
Okay,
Definitely,
so
yeah.
3 to 4 months wouldn't hurt, basically.
Right, yeah, no,
okay,
it's
you
not
just
gonna hurt
maybe waste
anything.
$40, but it's not going to be that big of a deal.
Right, yeah,
and
it's
probably every 6 months for sure.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
those of you guys out there who have soft water, you're not, void to this. Like, make sure maybe you try it and then you do it every 6 months, and you could even do it every 3 to 4. I know someone like me,
Yeah.
I would probably just still do it every
I
3
mean, it's
months.
still, product buildup, and even medication, it does help to remove, because everything shows up in your hair. So
Interesting.
even medication can help, or can, prohibit the blonding process.
Crazy.
So even,
I've never heard that.
Yeah, so it does kind of help. It's a detox. It's a detox for
Wow.
the scalp and the hair, which, everything, your hair grows from your scalp. So if you're having mineral buildup, or if you're having anything else on there, it can prohibit your hair growth.
That
so
makes
this
sense, though,
helps
'cause-
to
yeah.
detox everything.
Well,
and
I've
just-
always, your skin is your biggest organ, and I'm a skincare expert and professional makeup artist amongst being a yoga teacher and a wellness coach. And I always tell people your skin's your biggest organ, and I always try to explain that to people, like what you eat comes out in your skin,
Yeah.
like everything you do, and that's why non-toxic ingredients are so important.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Your hair is just an
hair, yeah.
extension of that, and those deposits and that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's in
that's
your
so
hair.
crazy.
Yeah.
There's probably, I don't know what's on there. Hopefully healthy stuff.
Well, your hair's long, so there's been a lot of life in there.
And when I was pregnant, all sorts of things.
And it all shows up in the hair.
That's awesome. So I'm super psyched, you guys. We're going to go through this process, this 45-minute to an hour process. So like I said, I'll get some before and after pictures for you guys, show you guys the real difference here. I'll be posting this on Instagram and all that fun stuff. And of course, my YouTube channel. So make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow my blog. That's just trubeautymovement.com. And of course, Instagram and YouTube and all that fun stuff is all at True Beauty Movement. Do remember that's TRU without the E, Beauty Movement. And make sure you guys are following us, because it's going to be fun to have, kind of go through this journey. Check out my other videos. Physical beauty, mental, social, spiritual, emotional, all about empowering you in and out. And Britt, thanks so much for just taking the time, really. She helped you guys to set all this up and get the lighting okay, and I really appreciate your time. So thank you. And until next time, guys, be balanced, be true, be proud of you. See you later, guys. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching today's True Beauty Quick Tip. If you like what you see, and for more confidence building tips on how to be a beauty from the inside out, remember to subscribe to our channel and connect with us at truebeautymovement.com. That's TRU without the E, Beauty Movement. Love you guys. Until next time, remember, be balanced, be true, and proud to be you.